Greetings, students, my former students. This is Professor Gail Bartolo, and although I can't hear you or see you, it's very good to be able to reach out to you through this medium. We will be practicing pronunciation, and specifically the final S and ES sounds of verbs. This is subject-verb agreement, and as you already know, a verb in the third person has an S or ES on the end, and whenever you put a final consonant or final letters on the verb, it changes the sound of the verb. And very much like the ED sound, the past tense verbs that we studied, the present tense is its simple present tense verbs also have a change in sound according to the final sound of the verb. And so if you remember when we studied in class, the sounds that were voiced had a particular ending sound, those that were voiceless had a particular ending sound, and some others had an additional syllable to the ending sound. Well, it's very much the same when we're dealing with third person singular verbs. So let's go over it. So if you have your grammar books, we're using the Azar Understanding and Using English Grammar 4th edition book. So if you have your book, you can open up to page 85. And if you don't have your book, you can check on Moodle. And in this file for this week, there are some copies. So you can click on that and open those up and follow along. And so I'm going to be pronouncing these verbs, and this is just so you get an understanding of what the verb should sound like according to the end sound of the word. So on page 85, I'm at pronunciation. And C, if we look at the set of words in C, these are words that have the final S sound. And the words in this group are voiceless. And those words have ending sounds of T, P, and K. Those are voiceless sounds. And so the words in example C are seats, ropes, backs, and you should hear the S sound on the end. In part D, the sound changes according to the end sound of the word. And so these have a Z sound on the end. They have a Z sound. And these are voiced sounds. And so the final end sound of the word is B, D, G, and E, double E. And the words in group D are seeds, robes, bags, seas. And you should be able to hear the Z sound. And I encourage you to practice along with me. The reason why I'm making this recording is so that you can hear the proper sound. Sometimes you will see the word and don't know exactly how it is pronounced. So I want to give you that understanding in the example so that you know the proper sound. And finally, you have group E, and those are words that have the ES ending, and that ending adds an additional syllable to the sound of the word. And if you look at the phonetic symbol, you have the schwa and the Z, and the sound is uz, uz. And that sound comes after an SH spelling, CH, S sound, X, Z, and also a GE spelling or DGE spelling. And the words in group E are pronounced as dishes, catches, kisses, mixes, prizes, edges. And you should be able to hear that additional syllable. So if I were to pronounce the word without the es, dish, one syllable, dishes, two syllables. So when you pronounce those words, you should be able to hear that you add an additional syllable to the sound of the word. And the spelling you have there, but for the sake of pronunciation, I will go ahead and pronounce those words just to give you some extra pronunciation in the S and ES sound. So I'm looking at group S, and the word is sing, and it becomes sings. Song becomes songs. In group G, wash becomes washes. Watch, watches. Class, classes. Buzz, buzzes. Box, boxes. Group H and I, toy, toys. Buy, buys. Baby, babies. Cry, cries. The next exercise, exercise 3, is listening and pronunciation. Now what you're going to do is you're going to listen to the word, how it's pronounced, and you're going to decide what the final N sound is. What does that S sound like? Is it a Z? Is it an S? Or is it the additional syllable sound? All right. Exercise 3, number 1. Rides. Number 2. Rights. Number 3. Robs. Number 4. Rugs. Number 5. Sleeps. Number 6. Locks. Number 7. Wishes. Number 8. Pages. Number 9. Months. And finally, we have exercise 5. Exercise 5 is the final listening activity for this assignment. And so you will complete the sentences with the words you hear. And once you have filled in all the words, I would encourage you to practice your pronunciation by reading those sentences aloud. And part of this assignment, I should say, this is a pronunciation and spelling assignment. Part of the assignment is for you to practice your pronunciation. And I would like for you to be able to upload your audio file of your pronunciation to me so that I can individually check your pronunciation, and if there's any particular problems or are there some challenges, I can identify them and let you know that perhaps you need to practice this sound more, and I can give you additional practice. So I want this to be very specific to your needs. So back to page 86 and exercise 5, listening and pronunciation, and complete the sentences with the sounds you hear. Sentence number 1. Cats sleep 18 hours a day. Number 2. People come in many shapes and sizes. Number 3. Maria practices pronunciation by reading sentences aloud. Number 4. The cafeteria serves good sandwiches. Number 5. Our teacher encourages us to speak English outside of class. Number 6. When Jack has a cold, He coughs and sneezes. So that is the end of this pronunciation practice. Again, for this assignment, you are to complete the written portion of it and upload that into Moodle. And then the second part of the assignment is to record yourself, create an audio file, and upload that into Moodle as well. Now I'm using a program that records me, and so I'm hoping that you will be able to use something as simple as your cell phone to record yourself and upload the audio file. I've never tried to do it, and I'm hoping that it would be very easy for you to do. But if in fact you have a problem, if you find that it's difficult for you to do that, just let me know, and I'll see if we can find an alternative way for you to send the audio file. So this is the end of this practice assignment, and I hope to talk to you again. Bye.